keep falling for you. Messed up, oh how I'm calling for you. In my head, I can't keep on stalling for you. Woke up in a sweat, I can't sleep all in bed. All in your mind, I asked for a second, you gave me the time. The words that you said, are caught in my spine. All over and red like a book on his eye.
Hey, you're now tuned into the Superstar Broadcast. Enjoy. Hold on tight.
My name is Yuki. I'm 14 years old. Life has never been this boring. Yesterday, today, probably tomorrow, and the day after that, every day just drags along in a haze, each one no different from the one before it. As you can tell, I'm not exactly firing on all pistons. It doesn't seem like anything's ever gonna change for me, and the world will just keep spinning. A mind-numbing succession of tedious hours. But as for me, I can only hope that things get shaken up soon. Yuki Tanaka, 14 years old, my life was stuck in neutral. To the day I met him. But first, we gotta meet her, Izzy. And as Yuki's boy has his camera out trying to get OnlyFans started before the iPhone was invented, Yuki recollects his prior relationship with Izzy. They were friends in the same calligraphy class. But you know, as school relationships tend to do, they drifted apart. Yuki's daydreaming meets a rude awakening when other girls in the swim club catch him peeping, and the once Tom girl lays eyes on a peeping Tom. And so you know what? I'm gonna call his friend Tom. After the two flee the scene, Yuki's dying of cringe. But Tom's like, we'll live. And just like in Holy Land, they hit the arcade. After truly nothing going on, the two go their separate ways. And Yuki comes across two men harassing an old woman, trying to fleece her out of a watch. He thinks to himself he should stay out of it for his own safety, but yet he murmurs something. And they hear it. They take him to an alleyway and Yuki's like, damn, that's what I get. From now on, I'm just gonna mind my own business. But then Yuki sees some kids picking on a dog. Very violently, mind you. Like, bro, they're about to be some fucking serial killers. Who the fuck's throwing rocks at a dog? And Yuki's like, I shouldn't. I literally just learned my lesson. Fuck it, though. Like, I gotta say something. They're like, look at this dog. Like, come on. And the thing is, like, Yuki's a good kid, bro. He tells him to cut it out, and he gets cut off by Beck, the dog's owner. And he's like, he's creepy, right? It took him 2 years of rehab just to get him on his feet again. And then Yuki's like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And when he goes into pet Beck, after Yuki's handed some napkins, but he runs off before we could ever get this guy's name. Next day, Izzy invites Yuki to go bowling over the weekend, because everybody else is busy. Okay. Except for the people that she already invited, and she had an extra ticket. Okay. Like, she did not need to say that. The two end up hitting it off like no time's passed, and the group gets invited to a local spot. And at that spot, wow, it's the guy from before. Yuki asks about him, and we learn that's Ryu. He's good at making girls cry. He borrows money and never gives it back. And he's pretty much the worst 16-year-old you'll ever find. But he's charismatic. He's also from America. And there's this band called Dying Breed. Huge band, wildly popular there. Izzy absolutely loves them. All caps, bold. And Ryu used to be a part of a band with their guitarist, Eddie.
Quit crying. I know you got other boyfriends. But I gave you all the money I saved up since grade school. I want it back now. Trying to understand. I want to return it to you. You know I do. I just bought a new guitar. What's more important to you, me or your band? The band.
Yuki leaves some napkins for Ryu, and the group heads out. But then some foreigners think that the group scratched up their car. Izzy tries to de-escalate.
You fucking kids, you better pay to fix my car. You better pay me now. Me and my boys will smack you around like piñatas. You hear me? God damn it.
Not the corona.
Quit terrorizing us, you asshole. You asshole. You think you can push us around just because you're bigger than us?
Oh, but he know Japanese curse words, though. Okay. Yuki then gets lifted up like baby Simba, but Ryu intercepts. He stands up for them and ducks down for them. He then takes their altercation to an alleyway and tells Yuki to go home. The group then goes for ramen, but Yuki's not in the mood. He's craving a beef bowl. And back at the alleyway, Ryu pulls out the knocker. And as a New Yorker, he is obligated to let them know he is from New York and shit is not sweet over there. Yuki then turns the corner with a pole of his own, only to find Ryu dropped because his pole was for the fashion. The two then chop it up, hit it off, game recognizes game, and Yuki gets emotional. Izzy calls out to Yuki, the group running over, and after he wipes away his tears, he turns around to see Oof. They start chatting. Ryu invites him out to see his band, and they keep chatting. Oh, I'm sorry, man. And chatting. Rough. And chatting. Next day, Yuki sees Izzy, and he's like, I tried calling Ryu, but nothing. And she's like, oh yeah, I did too. And he's like, oh, you did? Fuck. Oh. And so the two agree to pay him a visit. On their way over, Izzy asks Yuki what type of music he likes. And he's like, can I tell you what I'm really into? And she's like, sure.
Oh? Yeah, I know what you're talking about right now, but trust me, in time she'll be as popular as Aurora. No, I'm sorry, I don't listen to her either.
The two arrive to his place, and it's a shack by a fishing hole. He works there and he lives there. Just stumbled into it one day and he likes it. W. Yuki and Ryu start talking about shoujo manga, but when Izzy finds an old Dying Breed CD, the conversation derails permanently. Yuki's like, fuck, I'm so corny, I gotta change my taste in music, let me get hip. The day of the show rolls around, and Izzy and Yuki meet up beforehand, and out of the blue, Yuki's like,
what if you went out with Ryu?
Oh my God.
I mean, you know, Ryu's a cool guy, he's exciting, and you know,
she's like, anyways, here, it's the famous Dying Breed. And Yuki's like, what if it's really weird? Be cool, pretend you get it.
Back, I can't keep falling for you.
The batteries died, but in that split second, Yuki got it. Sorry, Chiemi. They pull up to the show and walk in on Ryu fighting with some guy named Edgy, because he's kind of edgy. And even though he's an older bandmate, Ryu stands on business, mate. And as the other band members break up the fight, one of them says some real shit. So true, so true. Yuki then looks to the stage, and he finds a girl singing in English. Holy tongue twister. Goo Goo Gaga was my first language, so let's have some grace. And Yuki's like, and Ryu's like, that's my sister. Ryu then tells Yuki that someone from a label's here to watch. A real moment of truth. Shout out Gangstar. Game recognized game. Star recognized star. And as Ryu makes his way to the stage, Yuki learns they don't even really like each other. Edgy just made the band, and Ryu's nice. Two mega egos clashing, but it works.
Scared of a lie, scared of lost
But not for long. They pulled the plug, and by the time they plug it back in, they pulled the plug on the label opportunity. At the after party, Yuki misses out an opportunity to talk to Izzy and completely misses the opportunity to make any type of good first impression with the girl from earlier. Her name's Maho. She asks him to translate, and he's like, actually, and fucks it up. Next day, Tom does some Tom shit, gets Yuki involved, and they both get caught. And Yuki just can't sell out his friend. He jumps on the grenade. And he's like, what the fuck am I doing? Okay, and then backtracks. Tom's like, oh no, we wanted to join the swim team. But Izzy, to their surprise, backs him up on it, which leads Tom to beg the question, maybe she fucking with our boy. You can't hear it, but I'm rubbing my hands. Later, Yuki's thinking about it, and he's like, nah. But that doesn't matter, because the music's pulling him in, bit by bit. Yuki then looks to meet up with Ryu, and Ryu's breaking up with Edgy. They leave on less than A-okay terms, but they'll be okay. What? Parting ways, each declaring they'd form the greatest band ever. Ryu then takes Yuki to a show, to show him a prospective bandmate. A bassist named Tai, who might be saying goodbye to his band, and Ryu's looking to recruit. The two then leave to meet up with Maho, who Ryu previously made plans with. She's pissed he's late, but he's like, this is Yuki. He's 14, just like you. Alright, you guys have fun. And he's off to the races to find a bassist. Maho then decides to invite some of her school friends. And bro, this shit is rough. Our boy cannot get a single word in, and he's just there, bro. He's just, he's a fly on the wall, but the fly is at the table and not the wall. Love y'all tables. He's like a wallflower, but you don't want to be a wallflower. You just want to be a flower. Meanwhile, Ryu and Tai are conversing. And Tai's like, Edgy's also invited me. And Edgy's gotten better. Maybe better than you. But bruh, I gotta be serious with my future. So if you want me, better have a nice singer. Speaking of singer, you see what I mean shortly. Maho then catches up with Yuki. The two hash it out and then head to Ryu's. And Beck still hates Yuki. Maho asks how to say full moon in Japanese. Yuki's like, Mangetsu? And she's like, yeah, that's it. Mangetsu. And then hits a... Like, I'm sorry, where did I come from? It's like the people that, play karaoke ranked. It's like, bruh, you just did, a Brandon Urie cover, flawlessly, and I'm supposed to come up here with, an anime opening next? Come on, bro, I'm about to do, Fetty Wap. What are we doing here? I didn't realize I was on The Voice. And speaking of voice, Yuki's like, yours is amazing, you should go pop. And she's like, nah, I don't have the talent for it. Besides, my real dream is to study film in New York. But then the next panel, I kid you not, Yuki goes,
I feel the dark side. Why you not calling out to me?
Like, bro, what? Skill-based matchmaking over here. And he got the audacity to be like, how'd that sound? Like, bruh, look at the panel you was on. Look at the animation. Like, come on, bruh. Even Beck's hitting some sort of, like, downward dog. Or maybe to him it's just downward, but still, that's what I don't like about, like, singers, bro. Like, they hit, like, a Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey type of run. They'd be like, I'm kind of shy. Like, bruh, stop. Pissing me off, bruh. You're peeing my O, bruh. Like, you can sing, bruh. Like, you know you can sing, too. Like, stop. Like, and they'll be like, oh, he's jealous. Yes, I'm jealous. That's a very cool thing to do. Like, if you ask me if I'd rather know every language ever or be able to sing well, bruh, it'd be a toss-up for me. Like, it'd be a tough decision. I'd have to sit there. And know me, I'd probably lean towards sing well. Like, yes, you know, there might be more utility in knowing every single language ever. Of course, I guess. But, bruh, singing would be so fun. Like, imagine, like you just hit a Kalani run, like, as you're just, like, waking up. Like, that would be kind of sick. Like, bruh, I would not shut the fuck up. Bruh, I'd be Giveon. Like, in conversation. All right, we back. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. Even Maho, with the run she hit earlier, is like, man. And she's a woman. I'm just kidding. Well, not about the woman part. I guess I'm not kidding. The following day, Izzy invites Yuki to the pool because if he's going to join the swim team, he has to swim. Yuki arrives early and we meet the goat. Wait, is that it? Do goats belt like that? Is that just sheep? Either way, Yuki notices some backseat swimming. And the lifeguard's like, yeah, that's Saito. He's kind of the most obnoxious guy, but he's a former Olympic swimmer. He knows ball. Or pool. Yuki approaches, and by the time Izzy shows up, it's race time in the 25-meter.
You ready for this, young man?
I get a handicap, right?
I mean business. If you win, I'll teach you all I know about swimming. Down and dirty. If you lose, I get to punch you. What? No way, what for? Because you're such a namby-pamby. A good hard punch will do you some good. You must know pain in order to become a man. Ah, jeez.
I became Morty?
On your mark. Get set. Yo!
The race was competitive for like a second, with Saito coming up from behind, declaring his victory via air bubbles, but mid-stroke. And Yuki takes it.
Yeah! Damn it!
But Saito, the man's man he is, accepts his loss with grace, and is also just a chill guy. A very mild-mannered, Beatles-loving, peace hugs and baby doves type of guy on land. And then a passing passerby pushes the Yuki x Izzy agenda. Yi, if you will. And so I want to ask, so far, are you Team Yi? Or are you leaning towards Team Maho and Yuki? Team Mookie, if you will. I'm going to hold off on saying where I stand until the end so you can form your own opinion. And also, I'm like more ahead in the story than you, so like, it's not the same. Like, I'm more curious of like, first impression, like, where do you fall? Where do you align? And it's okay, like, you could change your mind. Don't do it. Oh shit, it rhymed. Oh, okay, I knew what I was doing with that last one. But yeah, let me know. I'm kind of curious. We don't really get too many like shipping opportunities on this channel. So let's get a little parasocial with our fictional friends. Okay, so the two meet up with Ryu. He's got a baseball game Sunday, and Yuki's looking at Izzy and him talk like he's becoming why I oughta. But Yuki came prepared with a present for Beck. And I think Beck's fucking with it. Alright, down, bro. Chill, bro. Okay. Oh, he's so cute, bro. Okay. And so to thank him, Ryu comes back with a present of his own. A guitar! And he's like, here, I know you've been getting into music, and you know the next step is to make some yourself. And then hits him with a quick. Oh, wow, cool. Wow, nice. Okay. Damn, okay. That's sick. Nice. Okay, we still going. Oh, shit. Yeah, all right. That's really cool. That's super cool, bro. All right, bro. Okay. All right, bro. The drums even finished. Yeah, like, come on. All right, bro. It's been 20 minutes. Okay, like, bro. Please. Damn. Thank you. Thanks. That was very nice. Cool. And with Yuki fired up to learn, the baseball game comes around. And at this game, we get introduced to two characters. Manabu, a talented singer with label prospects that Edgy's trying to snag, and Chiba, a guy Ryu owes money to. Ryu doesn't really like Manabu's style all that much, but it could be worth it to get Tai, because Tai legitimately wants to do this, and that makes all the difference. But Chiba, he's got soul, and a temper, alongside a penchant for violence, which we see both of when Chiba starts a fight. The brawl gets out of hand, and Yuki breaks it up with a,
Stop now.
it's gotta be Yuki. Maho says afterwards, she's like, he's gotta be the singer. He's too talented not to. He might need a little practice, but like literally just give him a chance. And Izzy's like, +2, retweet. And Ryu's like, all right, we'll hold an audition for Chiba and Yuki. It's the start of summer break now for Yuki, and he's going through the motions of learning a new instrument. You know, trying a bunch of stuff, being trash, making no progress, and then just kind of sitting there. But gets a letter from his little cousin who's just flexing on him from Italy. That's abroad. That's freshly imported hating. And Yuki writes up a clapback. He's like, I'm actually the GOAT, by the way. I actually won second place in, you know, this little competition thing at school or whatever. And then before he sends it, he's like, all right, now I gotta go fake it. Let's go take a picture. He runs outside. And then on his way to fake the picture, he's like, bro, what am I doing? Let me just enjoy summer vacation. Like, there's only 101 days, bro, or 104 days. I forgot the Phineas and Ferb opening. But as he turns back, he drops his guitar onto the streets. And that shit gets hit by a truck. That shit gets isekai'd and reincarnated into a fantasy world where it's as a level 1 healer in the demon realm or some shit, bruh. Good luck to you on your journey, guitar. Yuki's bummed out, listening to Cheer Up, classic Chiemi song, real ones know. And he's like, all I can do is tell him the truth and apologize. Cause Yuki's a good kid, bruh. A dying breed. I had to make the pun. It's kind of crazy it took this long. It just hit me. I had to get it out. My fault. I'm sorry. Now it's time for Yuki to give an apology of his own. But his doesn't go too well. He's pissed. He says, fuck Otter here. And never come back. And Yuki listens. But never fear. Why? Because the GOAT is here. Saito runs into Yuki, and Yuki explains the situation. And Saito's like, the guitar's broken, but it can be fixed. I have a friend who owns a guitar shop who could fix it up for you and even give you a discount. And I could also teach you how to play guitar. If you ever want some lessons, let me know. And Yuki's hesitant for a moment, but he's like, shit, the summer can't get worse. But it does for Ryu, because after the girls try to get Yuki back in Ryu's good graces, to no avail, the three of them go to a show where with potentially Manabu and Tai, Eiji will inevitably prevail. But it's a smooth sail for Yuki with Saito as he's more mellow and mellifluous as he gets musical and melodic. He then takes Yuki into his goon cave without an iota of shame in his expression and lends him a Timu version of the guitar he broke. That's Paige. Saito then demonstrates Paige singing to the Beatles, and he's like, Paige is this 44-year-old bachelor's only friend. My greatest wish is for him to sing along while I jam.
God damn it!
The little bastard won't sing along to anything less than perfect. Yuki, you'll know you're a great guitar player when Paige starts singing along to your playing. And Yuki's like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And real quick, if you want to give it a shot, I suggest watching my previous manga recap about Usugoi, a gambler who gives it a shot with a little more on the line. You know, some more stakes, some more gravitas. So if you're gutsy enough, give it a shot. I think you'll enjoy it. Or be scared, whatever. You can be a coward too, I guess. But Chiba isn't, as he agrees to join Ryu's band. But Yuki is sort of, as after grinding it out for a little while, Saito signs up for a battle of the bands with some of his old bandmates and includes Yuki as a member to give him a goal, a timeline, and something on the line. In 3 weeks, they'll be performing the Beatles' I Am the Walrus, which I can especially appreciate as I sleep with a stuffed walrus named Mr. Walrus. He's chilling on my bed right now. Oh, look, he's so supportive. I've had him since I was like 8. He really the GOAT, or he really the walrus. And with that, we got a training arc mixed with guitar playing, swimming, and a combination of the two.
Stop laughing, Peckerwood! Don't up the pace! You're embarrassing me, you
Different time.
piece of shit! Ah!
All while Ryu and them are enjoying their summer break, we're seeing a dynamic form between Chiba and Ryu, and Chiba's a cool guy. He's actually the one who comes up with the name for the band, Beck, at least for now. And with that, the battle of the bands has approached. Or so we thought, because the weather seems to be prohibiting that. But Maho pulls up. She uses Yuki's shower and tells him about expressing emotions through the music. And when she turns the water off, the clouds do the same. The battle's back on. Muki arrives and the band's getting sendy. They're a little nervy. And Yuki's like, let me introduce you. On drums, we got Horiyuchi-san. On bass and vocals, Kajima-san.
Kajima-san?
He'll be all right, probably. And look at his boy. He's like, all right, we gotta win this for him. We didn't get back together after these years for nothing. We have to bring it home for him. And Yuki's like, Saito went with him to the hospital. And Maho's like, I'll sing. After Yuki overhears that the competition is fixed, rigged in favor of the son of the city's head councilman, Yuki tells Maho and he's like, GG's, it's up. And she's like, no, like, we'll sway their hearts. And he's like, no. And she's like, we have to win. And he's like, no, we can't. And then like, Saito's like, okay, let's bet. The loser strips naked. I don't know what to say about that. Man, look at his expression. He's so freaked out. But the stage is set, and this is how it goes.
Superstar.
Like I can't keep falling for you. That's the how I'm calling for you. In my head, I can't keep on stalling for you. Woke up and I swear I can't sleep all in bed. On my mind, I asked for a second, you gave me the time. The words that you said were caught in my spine. All over and red like a book on his eye. I like the first thing on your timeline. Trip is slipping right in the lifeline.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The winners of the song contest are... Maho ends up skinny dipping. They lost. But I don't think that matters too much to Yuki, as he decides to join her. The two underneath the moonlight then sing their little moon song, and Saito comes back like, I'm going to Thailand, I robbed the winner. Yeah. Notice I, not we, you not coming with me. Maho then gives Yuki an old guitar pick of Eddie's, and Saito pulls an R. Kelly. Meanwhile, Ryu gets Tai to jam out with them, and Tai ends up deciding to join their band, trusting his gut and going with the energy of the music rather than whatever Edgy's got going on. Class is now back in session, and Yuki's got himself a new teacher, Momo. She's teaching music for the time being and gets Yuki to help out with the choir contest at the school's culture festival. Yuki's trying, but no dice. Everyone's too cool for school, primarily because of this guy, Hyodo. Izzy, now going to a different school, lets Yuki know after class that Ryu's band is going to be called Beck. Hyodo oversees the banter, perched up on the second floor, and he's feeling some type of way. Izzy warns him to stay out the music club, hearing nothing but horror stories about it. Yuki walks into the music club's room and finds out why. After trying to play some guitar, they clown him, and he lets it slide. But they talk about Saito, and of course Yuki's a good guy. He's got to stand up for him with his head held high, or some shit. And one of the goons tackles him to the ground, damaging the guitar in the process. And Hyodo's like, you know whose guitar you just messed up? Ricky, my best friend. And that was supposedly over a borrowed video game. Imagine how pressed he might be if he finds out about that guitar. But hey, don't worry, I'll keep it between the two of us, as long as you stay in line. Later on that night, Maho and Yuki get food, and she updates them on Beck. They got a drummer now. They're writing songs, auditioning for gigs, and sending out demos. They're going all in. She shows them to the studio, and after getting one glance at Ryu, he's pissed. Runs out ready to put some work in. Festival comes around. The class sucks, but you know who doesn't suck? Hyodo. He's kind of nice on the guitar. Way better than our boy. Yuki tries to make nice, but Hyodo's not having it. He's been relegated to a store runner, a self-proclaimed fetch monkey. And Yuki's like, man, fuck this. Like, Ryu would stand up for himself. You know what? Well, I'll second that. Elsewhere, Ryu's the victim of some sabotage, as he sent his to the afterlife, but he's got another, Lucille. Some time passes and Beck has their first gig lined up. Maho tries getting him to go. Yuki's not really feeling it, and we learn he's been working for Saito this whole time for a child labor sweatshop type of wage, but it's a wage. One going to the guitar. Yuki's working hard to make amends. Gotta respect it. And his legs work hard to drag him to the show in disguise. He sees what they got going on, and it's incredible. And you know what else is incredible? The guitar is actually ready for Yuki, because Saito took it to get fixed in secret and paid for it himself. He's like, hey, don't worry. You can pay me back. I'll just give you a little pay cut. You know, from basically nothing to virtually nothing. Not too different. And you want to be friends with Ryu, right? So just go. Go on already. Yuki's like, thanks, and runs off right to the shop. The guitar looking good as new. He takes it with him and he's like, yes! I can finally see Ryu again. Pay up for my mistakes and face him as a man. But when he turns the corner, he actually sees a man. Two men, rather. Hyodo and Ricky. Thank you for watching. And before I move on, let me let you know, I'm Team Mookie. You might have guessed that I'm Team Mookie. Also, they both look the same. Am I crazy? I feel like Yuki, Izzy, and Maho all look the same. I'll say it, bro. Even Ryu too a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of the important characters of shit, like damn near all the important characters kind of look the same to me. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm too shonen pills, so I need like one guy to have like orange flaming hair and then like another person have like a giant sword to tell them apart. But like, it feels like they look very similar. Like, I'm not gonna lie, If I didn't read the story and you showed me Izzy and Yuki, I would have thought little bro, older sis. Not gonna lie to you. I'm just being for real. I'm just being transparent. I'm just being honest. That's all I can do. And now I want to talk about all you can do. Throughout the story, we see Yuki kind of gets a boo-boo hand at times, boo-boo circumstances. And you know, he makes some mistakes too. He's a kid. But I think there's something we can learn from him and how he allows himself to feel what he's feeling, accept it for what it is, and then acts on those emotions to change what's causing them. He feels out of the loop, you know, left out because he's not into rock. He listens to rock. He thinks Ryu's cool because he plays guitar well. He wants to be like that. He picks up guitar. He made a mistake. He broke the guitar. He's like, all right, let's work to fix it. There's a plethora more examples of this action and reaction cycle from what I've seen thus far. And I think it's a very positive state of being. Continuously putting yourself in the driver's seat, because I think a lot of times people can focus on what they can't control and then just let those emotions eat them alive until they're basically frozen in place. But the best thing to do if you're cold is to move. Don't give in to what's given. You know, don't go quiet into that good night. And kind of obvious, it's tough to get stuck if you keep moving. So even if life is out of control, control your life nonetheless, because that's all you can do. Your cold heart will defrost a little, and after some time, you'll look around and maybe you'll move forward. And I got a word from Berleezy. I had to do it about what I'm saying here. So let's give it a listen.
It's okay for you to feel. It's okay for you to be angry, sad, afraid. You have reason to, but you are in control of your life at the end of the day. Anything that you want to be, feel, see, experience, do it.
And with that, on to the parasocial powwow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love. If I got some comments, I'll throw them up on the screen. And I want some more, particularly about what you think about this video. It's my first time trying a series with an anime. I hope you guys enjoyed. I might try it again in the future. Not even might, I have one in mind. I'm definitely gonna try it again in the future. And at the time of recording this, my first yap video, I guess, talking about manga and anime that I like, should be coming out in a couple days. And so there should be a few of them since by the time this comes out, and I would love your thoughts on them. Do we like them? Do we not like them? If so, why? Because I started making them so the tables aren't left starving in between these recaps. And I want to, talk a little more because I love the yapping, but I try not to do it too much in these videos because I don't want to fully detract from it, like the story I'm telling. And you might have rolled your eyes hearing that, being like, bruh, this guy does nothing. But yeah, but it's like, hey, that's just who I am. That's gonna seep out natural. That's beautiful and natural. And also, it's one of the only things I can't really change. That and my voice, vocal fry and all. And in a way, yapping is my voice. It's my voice, more metaphorically. Because I can cut back on vocal chops or something, but I can't really cut back on who I am. So just kind of take it or leave it. Please take it though. Don't leave it. Don't leave it. Come on, you don't want to leave it. And I got something to leave for you, subs. I got some Korean barbecue in honor of the bravery behind Yuki when he was I guess I got a craving for some beef when he was gonna help Ryu out in the alleyway. Those were grown men built. Yuki was 14. It's pretty brave. And so I'm gonna follow suit in his bravery by continuing to chase my dreams, as corny as that shit sounds. Oh my gosh, I cringe when I said it. But I need your help for that. Please support any way you can. I love you, subs. I love you, tables. Bye.
Like I can't keep falling for you. That's the how I'm calling for you. In my head, I can't keep on stalling for you. Woke up in a sweat, I can't sleep all in bed. On my mind, I asked for a second, you gave me the time. The words that you said are caught in my spine. I love her.